Today's call is going to be just a little bit different, right? Because I have 8 points, 8 steps, 8 parts of the business that will blow your mind. So we all know money takers. That's how you know I was thinking about money. No takers are money makers, right? No takers are money makers. Let me just start doing this.
No takers are money makers, right? So let's talk about number one, the spirit of a champion. If you want to be a leader in the network marketing industry, if you want to be a leader in what we do, understand that you need to have a spirit of a champion, right? And a spirit of a champion comes from you having enough, I would say, coachability, right? And here's the thing. I talked about it in a different call. A lot of people, they do one of two. And it's important for you guys to have both, right? They either do a lot of personal development or they do a lot of work. But they have a no mixture of both. And I will promise you, if you don't have a mixture of both happening together, it's going to be very difficult for you to really run, right? Because you can walk with barely one leg, but if you want to run, if you want to sprint, you always need both. So this is a formula that I heard, and I need you guys to write this down. This is a formula that I heard. It changed my idea of my mentality when it comes to teachability, right? So TI, right? Teachability index equals WL multiply by WC. I'm going to type it down. Somebody type it down in the chat. TI equals WL multiplies WC, right? So what that means is your teachability index equals you're willing to learn multiply willing to change. Did you guys get that? TI equals WL multiply WC. Here we go. I put it for y'all, right? TI, your teachability index, is equal to how much you're willing to learn multiplied by how much you're willing to change. And if you really understand this, it's gonna really, and this is the test I'm gonna put it down, it's gonna really transform the mentality that you think about this, because learning is never enough, right? Learning is never enough. Change comes through challenges. Write this down. Change comes through challenges. Right? Pain has to be a part of the change. Your pain in this business. When you see somebody quit, when you see somebody come, when you see somebody go, that pain always comes as a part of the change, as a part of the challenge, right? Because there's no change without challenge. Every champion that you know has gone through pain. Every champion that you know has gone through pain. I hope you guys are getting this, right? Pain never produces change. Pain produces the desire to change. I hope you guys are writing this down. Pain never produces change. Pain produces desire for change. So when you are in your business, right, and you're having a difficult time, you're building, they're leaving, they're coming, somebody's signing out, somebody's quitting, this, here, that pain, it's not gonna give you the change, but it's gonna give you that desire, right, that desire for change. This is some heavy nuggets right here. Some heavy nuggets. Understand, when you're going through troubles in your business, it's always upon you. You have the ability to control stuff, right? You have the ability to control stuff. Knowledge is the seed to change. Knowledge is the seed to change. Now, let's look at the word knowledge, right? Let's look at the word knowledge. Let me write it down. Knowledge, right? There's 2 words in the word knowledge. What are they? Right? Know and edge. Know and edge. Right? Let's take the L out. Let's take the L out of here, right? two words in the word knowledge. In order for you I heard this at a big quote at a big book. I think it's a Chinese book or something. In order for you to defeat the enemy, you have to know the enemy. For you to be able to defeat the enemy, you have to actually know the enemy, right? You want to know and apply the knowledge to get the edge over people. I hope you guys, this is opening some notes for you. You want to know and apply the knowledge to get the edge. Y'all understand? Know and edge, they're right below each other, right? For you to get the edge on other leaders. The more you learn, the more you earn. We always say it. I know it's cliche, but once you're learning something, you're actually applying to the field. I promise you, you will have an edge on other business. The art of war, yes. Well done, Robert. The art of war, right? Your humility is the gate for more. Understand, no matter how big you are as a leader, no matter how small you are as a leader, your humility is the gate for more, right? Your attitude will determine your altitude. This is why I'm always up for one-on-ones. This is why I'm up for 3-way calls. This is why it doesn't matter what time, what day, I'm up for the small stuff that helped me build my business. I will never say no to a 3-way call. Never. Why? Because I understand, right? If I take that out of the table, I'm taking my humility out of the table, and I promise you, my rank or my income will definitely drop. Right? So that's number one. That's the spirit of a champion. The spirit of a champion is having the teachability index. That's one of the major points, right? Number two, you gotta have a heart, write this down, the heart of a servant leader. Guys, you gotta have the heart of a servant leader, right? Because your likability in your organization will depend on your servant leadership. And once in your organization, your likability is high, I promise you, your results, they're gonna always match it. If you look at all the real six-figure earners, right? The real platinum leaders, the real premier leaders. When you look at their organizations, they love them. They always supported them. They always preach them. Why? Because they have a likability throughout their organization, right? Because service to many leads to greatness. Write this down. Service to many leads to greatness. And lucky for us, we are in a servant-based industry. Right? The more people I serve in my organization, the more likely I will make money. That's all it is. Right? That's all it is. Let's talk about number 3. Power is building in depth. Power is building in depth. Now, I need you guys to write the upcoming 2 to 3 notes are very key for your business. If you understand them, you'll have a business forever. You'll never derank. Right? If you want to grow your business, set up a foundation. You see, every house has a foundation. Every mansion, they have a foundation. And of course, the bigger your foundation is, right? The bigger your foundation is, the more likely you'll have a bigger business. I hope you guys are writing this down. The bigger your foundation is, the more solid foundation you're going to have, the bigger your business is, right? So your width is your wealth. Write this down. Your width is your wealth. Your stability is your depth. Now, what do I mean by this? Your width, I'm talking how wide can you go? And usually your width in network marketing means how many personals you're going to have in your team. If you're a leader on the call and you have anywhere from 3 to 4 personals and that's it, you are now building for real, right? You're not serious about it. Because your width is your wealth, your stability is your depth, which is taprooting. So two main components in the business, right? Your personals and taprooting. Right? Once you have a lot of personal, you can always taproot. And I'll give you guys some laws of building. So understand. I hope you guys wrote this down, right? Your width is your wealth. Your width is your wealth. Your stability is your depth. So you want to make more money, recruit more people. You want to have a stable business, taproot more people. That's all that is. That's all that is. If you're looking to rank up, recruit more people. If you're looking to just stay your rank and just stay at the same rank, you get a taproot. Oh my God, this is some nuggets right here. This is some nuggets, right? So that's number 3. Number 4. Let's talk about number 4. Number 4 is a mixture of 2 things. The number 1, the 3 laws of building. Number 2 is the 7 laws. The 7 steps, I think. 7 laws. Yeah. So the 3 laws of building and the 7 laws of building. Let's talk about the 3 laws of building, right? Number 1, recruit is not a recruit until they get the 3 customers. A recruit is not a recruit until they get their 3 customers. Simple. It is very simple. A recruit is not a recruit until they have their membership for free. Why? Because 1 can always leave. 3, they'll stay a little bit longer, right? That's number 1. Number 2, if you want to build a business, right, where you actually have a leg, it has to be 4 levels deep. So let's say I recruited Kane. Kane has to recruit somebody, that recruits somebody, that recruits somebody. Now I call that a leg, right? 4 levels deep, and I'm not talking placement. So if I recruit 3 people and I just recruit and I put them under Kane, that's not depth. A leg is not a leg unless there's 4. It's 4 levels deep. 4 levels deep, right? So don't tell me you have a leg if you don't have 4 levels deep. So somebody recruits somebody, that recruited somebody, that recruited somebody, that recruited somebody, right? That's number 2. Number 3, 8 levels deep. To create security in your business, you need to give somebody a reason not to quit. Now, how would you give somebody a reason not to quit? It's when you have taproots or placements. When somebody sees an organization under them that has 8+ people, they're more likely to stay rather than leave. They're more likely to stay rather than leave, right? Let me get the law of 7. That's what I'm missing. The law of 7s, right? So we talked about the 3 laws of building. Let's talk about the law of 7s, right? You understand in this business, you're 1 person away from an explosion. You are 1 person away from an explosion in your business, right? You want to attract a leader. Imagine you attracting a Kane into your business. Imagine attracting Matthew into your business. Imagine attracting a Kareem into your business. That's an explosion in your business. So let's talk about this. And I need you guys to write this down because this is some key stuff. Every 7 people you invite, 1 will show up. We got this? Every 7 you invite, 1 will show up. Every 7 that show up, only 1 will sign up. Every 7 that show up, only 1 will sign up. Out of every 7 that sign up, of course, not everybody's going to be a leader. Not everybody's serious. Not everybody's as motivated as you. I remember I heard this from a mentor. He's like, Rakan, you always have to be the most motivated person on your team. Because you are the leader. You're running the organization. So you got to be the most motivated on your team. Nobody cares about your business more than you care about it, right? So out of every 7 that you sign up, only 1 will stick around. Now, I heard this from a different network marketer. Their business model is like very different. So I think our retention ratio is way higher. Our closing ratio is way higher. Our inviting ratio is way higher because we have services that actually work, unlike a lot of companies out there, right? But it's always a game of numbers. This game is always a game of numbers, right? I put these law of 7 for you guys to understand how really network marketing works, right? So out of every 7 that sign up, only 1 will stick around. And out of every 7 that stick around, only 1 is going to be a 6-figure earner, right? So let's repeat this. Every 7 you invite, 1 will show up. Every 7 that show up, 1 will sign up. Out of every 7 that sign up, 1 will stick around. Out of every 7 that stick around, only 1 will be a 6-figure earner. If you guys are getting some knowledge, man, drop a 222 in the chat. I want to see some 2s in the chat. If you guys are understanding where I'm getting with this. Jesus Christ. Damn. These are some heavy laws right here, right? So that's number 4. We finished number 1. which was a spirit of a leader, a spirit of a champion. Number 2, a heart of a servant leader. Number 3, the power in building in depth. And number 4 was the 3 laws of building and the laws of 7. Number 5, let's talk about number 5. Number 5 is developing a culture. Now, cultures don't always have to be as in you guys are going out to have some fun. Cultures don't always have to be you guys are going out there and maybe going to, a chilling spot. It's not always that you're chilling with your leaders. Sometimes, do you guys realize that, as a Teen Network brand, as the Covera Canada team, we're very strong and I believe we are the number 1 team, a millennial team in network marketing in North America. There's nobody in network marketing that does bigger events than us at this point. Why? Because our organization has a culture of ranking up. You guys notice every single month we have somebody ranking up. Now, by the way, I know you guys believe that it's normal. In other network marketing companies, that's very not normal. It's very not normal for somebody for us to promote a lot of people. So we have a culture of winning, right? Luckily, you guys signed up with a culture that is always winning. We have a culture of winning. I developed a culture when I first got started of personally recruiting people. So I challenged my leaders. Okay, how many people are you? How many business builders, which is the 12 people, which is get them paid $500 a month? How many business builders are you creating? Right? How many are you creating this month? How many are you creating this month? How many are you creating this month? Right? And if they tell me I don't know, I have to have a talk with that leader because I have an organization that is mentored on the culture of success. So if you are a leader on the call, ask yourself, how many success stories have I created in the past couple of months? How many success stories have I created last month? How many success stories I'm gonna create this month? And the success stories, they don't have to be from your team. Personally, so when is the last time you successfully enrolled somebody, you successfully got them to Generator, which is the membership for free, you successfully got them to Business Builder, you successfully got them to Executive. Always remember this. And if you don't have nobody in the past 3 months, just know you are lacking. And the reason why you are where you are in business right now is because you're not always being in phase 1. If you're telling your team to go out there and grab people, grab the opportunity, and if you're not doing it, you're a hypocrite leader. And hypocrite leaders usually get paid $1,000 to $2,000 max. You will never be a 6-figure earner. I promise you this. I promise you this. If you don't do what you preach to your team, I promise you, your team will eventually know. You'll always be at your rank. You'll never rank up, and people will know. You will lose your leadership, and that's how usually people end up quitting in network marketing. Now that was deep because I had to tell you all this, but it is what it is, right? So that's number 5. Number 6, new success stories. I kind of explained it in developing culture. Who have you created a success stories? How many people are you guys helping cross the stage? Not this month. I'm talking November in Miami. How many people are crossing the stage from your team as executives, premiers, and platinums? How many people? Write this down right now, right? How many people am I gonna have in Miami cross the stage as a real rank? As a real rank, right? That's number 6. Number 7. The ability to articulate vision. You see, every single leader, every top leader, they have the ability to start with nothing and take it to something. So I can imagine when Kane started the Covera team in Canada, how difficult it was for him. Then when I came around, right, it was not easy to share the vision with my team. Guys, we're going to have a huge team. We're going to have events with 100 people. We're going to have events with 200 people. And mind you, I had nobody on my team at that point. Right? So leaders are really good at articulating a vision. If you want to have a team for a long period of time, every time you chill around with them, you always share your vision. You always share your vision. Not in a corny way, but in a real way, right? Every time I chill around my leaders, I just give them glimpses of what's happening in the future. I keep telling my leaders, I'm going on a 90-day serious run starting next month, where I'm going to personally enroll 40 to 50 people. Now, I believe I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna have a part of the website that's gonna be, tracking everybody, and everybody that is on the call. We're gonna have a training for that as well, and everybody on the call will have the training necessary to go to do the 90 days, because I promise you, if you do a real 90-day game and you're no rank right now, you can hit 6 figures in less than 6 months. Guaranteed. And there's hundreds of videos online training you how to do this, right? Because write this down. Vision comes before provision. I hope you guys wrote this down. Vision comes before provision, right? That's number 7. Last but not least, let's talk about number 8. The power of events. The power of events. You see, I explained this to one of my leaders today, and I told her, it's important for you guys to be always attending events, right? Always be in updates of what's happening on the team, right? And this is why we come to events a lot, right? And try as much as I can to move around with the events, because here's the thing: when you're building a business, it's gonna be very difficult for you to always be in charge. You see, when you have a car and you're traveling, you need to stop and put some gas in the car. Now, our gas as people, as leaders, right? I'm talking to leaders right now. Our job as leaders is to always have gas. Now, how do you always have gas if you're down? If you have a bad week in Forex, if you have a leader leaving you, if you have this, how you always stay motivated is by doing energy stops. It's called energy stops, right? I truly believe what re-energizes me is selling myself again. Now, not that I'm sitting around and dumping around, oh, God, please go. How I sell myself again is by doing another 3-way call. Is by doing an event. Is by doing a one-on-one. Because the more I'm repeating the information, the more I'm selling myself again. The more I do them, the more I sell myself again. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna stick through. I'm gonna make it happen. Right? Because if you're driving with a car and building is the exact same thing. These are energy stops. An event is an energy stop. I need you guys to write this, and this is one of the last points. I'm gonna have some bars right now, and I need you guys to write everything down right now. If you have a prospect, they need you. If you don't have a prospect, the event needs you. I hope you guys got this. If you have a prospect, they need you. If you don't have a prospect, the event needs you. Some key right here, right? Some key. If I come to, and here's the thing, and you always have to be promoting the next event, right? This is why I talked about Miami a lot. I know it's a little bit far, but I'm training my team on the vision that Miami is going to be huge. And I know for a fact Miami is going to be massive, I tell you. Massive, right? It's going to be massive. We're going to have at least 100 people, 100 to 200 people from the Canadian team. Guaranteed, right? If you're ready to come to Miami, drop a 777 in the chat. I want to see how many people are dedicated to come to Miami. You guys do not understand how powerful these events are. The only way you'll be a 6-figure earner is by coming to the events. I'll just tell y'all straight up. If you don't come, I can share at least 10 success stories right now that are on the call, that people that came to these events, came to these major events, and Matthew Fernandez had no business before we took him to Vegas. Came back from Vegas, platinum leader in 3 months. Who would like to have these results? Who would love to have these results? Platinum in 3 months. Full-time income, from nothing to a full-time income in 3 months. That's some crazy stuff. And I can countless leaders right here. I'm one of them. I am one of them, right? So you always have to be promoting the next event. And here, if you are a leader on the call and you have at least 3 people on your team, write this down. If I come to the event, I'll learn a lot. If I come with a team, I will earn a lot. I hope you guys wrote this down. If I come to the event, I will learn a lot. If I come with a team, I will earn a lot. Statistically saying, every person you bring to Miami will make you $1,000 once you guys come back. Every single month. So imagine if you have 10 people coming from your own organization, 10 people on your team to Miami with you. That's $1,000 each. We can predict your income in the next year. If you come alone, you'll learn a lot. You come with a team, you'll earn a lot, right? Because this is the last point that I want to give you guys. Some stuff can be taught. I can teach you guys this stuff, but some stuff can only be caught. Some stuff can be taught, but other stuff only can be caught. My God, that's some heavy nugget right here. That gave me some shivers. Look at this. That's some crazy stuff, right? Understand that you need to build, the only way you can build a big business is by coming to these events, is by, promoting to your team. So every time you're talking to your leaders, always talk about Miami, right? It will keep people longer.